What's up, y'all? Kelly Clarkson with Wayfair. My favorite thing about the holidays? Decking out my whole house. It's not a competition, but if it was, well, I'd win the season with Wayfair. Outdoor inflatable Santa? Got it on Wayfair. Trees, lights, and ornaments? Wayfair. Hosting must-haves like dining sets, beds, sheets, and towels? Wayfair. For everything in your style delivered with fast and free shipping, visit wayfair.com or the Wayfair app to win the season. But again, it's not a competition.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Time is precious, and so are our pets. So time with our pets is extra precious. That's why we started Dutch. Dutch provides 24/7 access to licensed vets with unlimited virtual visits and follow-ups for up to 5 pets. You can message a vet at any time and schedule a video visit the same day. Our vets can even prescribe medication for many ailments, and shipping is always free. With Dutch, you'll get more time with your pets and year-round peace of mind when it comes to their vet care. Go to Dutch.com to get vet care that is always there for just $92 a year.
This is a podcast from Minute Media.
Hello, kitties. This is yours truly, the Crypt Keeper, and you're listening to Slasher Radio.
Welcome to Slasher Radio with your host, Bonez Rob Humphrey, and Cass, the Canadian birthday girl. What's going on, guys?
What up?
Hello.
Cass, it's your birthday right now.
It is right now, 24 minutes ago.
How's it feel to be old?
It feels wonderful.
You're almost old enough to buy a drink.
Oh my God.
That doesn't work with her. She's in her 30s. We've been over this.
Yeah. She's the youngest, though, so
Yeah, and I get picked on the most. It makes sense.
somebody has to get picked on.
Hey, I deal with a lot of shit on the show. All right? I still think I'm the leading candidate for getting picked on the show.
No.
Yeah, but you're you. I mean, so.
You're just crybaby.
We're going to move forward amicably. All right. Cass's birthday pick. You picked The Exorcist. Very ballsy move.
I did.
A movie that I know is very special to Mikey.
What's that supposed to mean?
This is the very first movie I ever did on Slasher Radio was The Exorcist.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true. Still kind of looking back on that day every now and again and have thoughts.
Joined you and Bobby. We talked about The Exorcist and had a good old time.
That was the first time I ever spoke to Rob, Cass.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, we'd gone back and forth a little on Twitter, but
Yeah.
Yeah, he would bust balls on Twitter and whatever, but that was the first time I talked to him. And ever since then, I talked to him a lot more, and it's just been downhill.
Yeah.
Ever since in life in general. Yeah. But we're doing it again. We've never discussed it with you, so it's fair play again. And I'm proud of you for using your power for good.
Yes. Look at me go. Good human.
I'm a little disappointed, Cass. You didn't pick Twilight.
Honestly, I really wanted to. But I feel like that movie is so near and dear to everyone's heart here that we really need to have a very special episode dedicated to all things Twilight.
Yeah.
God damn it.
It's going to be a 4-hour episode where we really deep dive into the world of Twilight, go through every single movie, every single book, the successes of the films, the soundtrack, everything.
Dude, what we need to do is a special watch along where we watch all the movies in a row.
Consistently with no
Marathon,
breaks.
No
breaks.
Watch them all.
And Mikey has to be on camera the entire time so we can watch his facial reaction from start to finish.
It would be the most boring thing. You just see me sitting there staring, unenthused and angry. Like, I mean, it'll be more, I'll be defeated at that point. It won't even be angry and worth it. It would just be me. You'll just watch me be miserable. And I feel like that's kind of Rob's kink, to be honest. So
what if you got sucked into it, Mikey, and you were just really into it?
No, it's not going to happen.
That would be the funniest thing in the world. Like, you're just really into it. You're like, fucking Team Edward or whatever the fuck, you know?
Like Mikey rolls in wearing like a Team Edward t-shirt and, he's got Paramore playing in the background. He's got like his fake blood beside him, fake things in his mouth.
With glitter?
Covered in glitter. Of course. Running around saying, I want to suck your blood.
Oh my God.
Let it squirt in my mouth. I don't give a fuck.
All right, we're moving forward. We'll be talking about The Exorcist later. We have listener mailbag real quick to get to. It's kind of quick this week. We can get drink roll call in a minute. And then bada bing, bada boop, bada bop. What are you guys drinking?
I just got a beer. I got a Samuel Adams Boston Lager. So that's where I'm at.
I drank a beer.
Yeah, beer.
I joined you on that one. I grabbed a Guinness from my fridge.
Nice.
Okay. Guinness? I don't like Guinness that much.
Oh, really? Guinness. Yeah. Guinness is good.
Guinness is good. You're a Guinness fan, huh?
Send you a picture of my beer here in a minute.
No.
Hold on. Is it in a Blinky cup? Because if it's not in a Blinky cup, you need to go pour it into a Blinky cup and then turn the Blinky cup on.
You can't turn the Blinky cup on.
It's not in.
Oh, yeah, it's broken.
Yeah, I got a broken Blinky cup.
It's fine. I'm going to get you. Yeah, I'm going to get you a new one this year. Don't worry.
What's wrong with you?
The Blinky cup is the best. For anyone that's listening, go to Halloween Hornates and buy a Blinky cup. Thank me later.
No shade on the Blinky cup. You guys just annoy me by saying Blinky cup. I've said it before. No, Rob's referring to him putting that stupid Screaming Sicilian mustache.
Oh, the mustache, yeah.
Yeah, that's what he's going to do. Rob, don't do it.
Rob, do it.
I have my Discord sounds on. If I hear it go off, I'm going to be pissed off. Don't do it.
Do it, Rob.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. Well, I am drinking one of my favorites, nice, simple, sweet cranberry and vodka.
All right. Classic.
Yeah.
Easy.
So is pulling a beer out of a fridge. You guys leave me alone.
No, it's a good choice, Mikey. Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. All right.
There it is.
God.
What? What happened?
Can I talk to you for a minute?
What happened? What's up?
My Discord just went off.
That's a mystery, isn't it?
No. It's not a mystery because it showed me the messages from you.
Okay.
This thing. Like, I just asked you not to do that.
I know. I will have to admit, this might be the last week that you get one because the Screaming Sicilian mustache is not holding up as well as the little tabs on it. They're not holding as well. So I had to literally hold it up to take the picture. The little tabs
that's funny.
They don't hold the way they used to anymore.
You
getting some good use of the mustache.
So.
Are you happy?
No, I'm not happy. That means I got to go buy another nasty ass pizza this week.
You realize you don't need this. Like, this is not essential to life. Like, do you understand this?
I mean, I could get by with it the way it is. I just don't want to. I want one that's fully functional.
Guys, all the visuals for the show go up on Patreon. So every other week, you've heard me bitch about them doing this to me and asking them not to do it. And it's the mustache for all non-patrons. It's the Screaming Sicilian mustache, usually hanging from the drink, in a way flying and thriving. This picture, he's holding up this poor thing like it's dead and you just won't let it die.
It is. It's the little tabs at the top.
It's like his plants.
They're like,
yeah,
they won't do it anymore. They're just done. They're done for.
Cass, do you have anything to say about this?
I say go out to the store and buy a new one tomorrow.
I'm probably going to have to.
You son of a bitch. All right, fine.
But my plant's still alive, though.
I'm proud of you.
He seems to be doing okay.
917-397-KILL.
Trace the call. It's coming from inside the house.
917-397-5455. You can leave a text message for the show, voicemail for the show. Patreon is usually a good way to get into the mailbag as well. Been a little slow. I mean, there were a couple comments here or there, but we have a voicemail this week. So I figured we could just do the voicemail.
Do us all a favor and hit delete.
Yeah.
Cass, have you dealt with Greg yet?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, buckle up.
Oh, God.
Your birthday is about to be ruined.
Oh, fuck.
We have what is called and known as Greg's Hot Take Corner. Cass, that is where Greg, at Darth Gregor on TikTok, he does lives every week, horror content on there. Go check it out. Be careful, though. Because Greg is known for just having atomic bomb thoughts about movies that are going to make you rethink everything you know about life. When you hear his opinions on certain movies, Halloween isn't the best in its franchise.
What?
Yeah.
Greg, we need to have a talk.
Jaws: The Revenge is the best in the Jaws franchise.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, so Greg calls in usually once a month with hot takes, and we deem it Greg's Hot Take Corner. We do have hot take episodes with Greg every now and then. We recently did one of those, so you might be safe for a bit. But anyway, here is Greg's voicemail.
Hello, Michael. Hello, Robert. Hello, new girl. It is I, Darth Gregor, back with another series of hot takes. 31 is better than Benny Loves You.
What?
Valentine is better than Benny Loves You. Scream 3 is better than Benny Loves You. Stay Alive is better than Benny Loves You. And Dead Silent is better than Benny Loves You. Thank you. Bye.
Greg, you're a dick.
None of those movies are better than Benny Loves You. Not a single one of them.
God.
Why did he do that to Benny Loves You, though?
I don't know. I don't know where that came from. I'm not sure what's happening. Cass, have you seen Benny Loves You?
I have not, but I know. It's on the list of, I guess I should watch it maybe this weekend.
Yeah, you're going to have to fix that.
Birthday
Real
plans
soon.
canceled to watch Benny Loves You.
You may be required also to buy a Benny plushie because everybody who has been a host on this show has bought one.
They're $60, by the way. With
It's okay. You can send it to me in the mail for my birthday present. That's fine.
I had it shipped from the UK.
You got to get the one from the UK, though. Apparently there's
don't
two.
Get these. Don't get the bloody, disgusting one or whatever. No.
Yeah.
Get the UK one. Now, I also can't help but notice he put a little extra stank on New Girl.
Did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what that was about.
Oh. Just Greg being Greg. What do you do? Did you see what he did to Benny Loves You for no reason?
Well, fuck you two, but like me, I'm new. I'm nice. Come on.
No, look, none of those movies are better than Benny Loves You. None of them. Benny Loves You is a great movie.
But some of them are absurd. 31 is a terrible movie.
Oh, it's awful. It's all the movies he said were awful.
Scream 3 isn't that bad.
It's terrible. It's a terrible film.
It's not that bad.
Yeah,
Rob.
it's a terrible film, and they should feel terrible for making it.
Honestly, Valentine isn't that bad.
Valentine is terrible.
It's not good, and Jeremy Melton's a little bitch, but it's not that as bad as 31.
Valentine is terrible. It's not as bad as 31, but again, low bar. I mean,
Canada, what do you feel about these movies?
They're okay. I probably wouldn't rewatch any of them. I've seen them all, but I wouldn't rewatch.
31 is okay?
It's okay. Not the best of his movies.
No, but it's by far I don't know. I hate 31 a lot.
In all of his films, would you put that at like the very bottom?
Easily.
Okay.
Rob
By
Zombie
far.
has one good movie, Cass. Do you know what it is?
Well, I personally really love The Devil's Reject.
Okay, that's wrong. His one good movie is The Munsters.
He means that.
Are you serious?
Yes, it's his best movie, and it's his one good movie. Everything else is garbage.
I was expecting you to say like his Halloween franchise. But
No.
I'm glad you didn't.
Why would you insult me like that?
This is a point of contention, Cass, on the show. Like, Rob is super mean to Rob Zombie.
That's fair.
Like, it's become a problem.
I'm not super mean to him. I just said it should be illegal for him to make movies.
Pretty mean. All right. Well, Greg, I don't know what you're dealing with. You know what? This week for the Discord movie night, I'm going to put up Benny Loves You. You haven't rewatched it yet, have you, Rob? It might be Benny Loves You. That movie sucked, and even you said it sucked.
But I got to watch you watch it, and that was fun.
Thank God I missed it.
I know, Cass. What were you doing? Deathbed, the bed that eats.
I was busy.
Canada, lucky you.
I was out for dinner with a friend. We went for sushi. Way better than that movie would have been.
Sushi's disgusting, but If you're gonna, why didn't you just pull up your phone and you and your friend could have watched Deathbed, the bed that eats while you were eating sushi?
Well, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, that movie sucked, Cash. You missed absolutely nothing. All right. Another thing that we have to bring up and talk about before we move forward to The Exorcist. That war going on with the Aussies. Boy, it's the pot's starting to thicken over there.
War heating up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, we're talking about the Dummies of Horror. You can go check them out, I guess. We've had Tim Davis on before. Things are getting out of hand. They said things that I couldn't believe. I was listening to this recent episode and they brought us up.
Oh, they're always saying some crazy shit on that show.
Dude, they brought up the war and they said, I don't get, we'll go over a couple of the things that they said. Cass, you don't know, I think I said one thing in Discord, but you don't really know any of what happened, huh?
No.
Okay, listen to this shit.
I'm just a bystander.
No. You're in this war with us, man. What do you mean?
Okay.
Shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, come on, Cass.
All right. I got your back.
All right. Yeah. Tim said he doesn't know why we want a war and that we turned around and disrespected them. They even went as far as saying that we gave them the John Cena treatment.
Uh-huh.
That's what they said.
I don't remember any kind of heel turn.
No. And Tim even said that he doesn't know what they did. Tim, you know damn well what you did. This whole grudge thing, I don't know why you're over there acting all innocent, whatever. You know what you did. And then they tried to do it again, Rob, with the grudge too.
Yeah, they tried. He fired again. And then he would, if that would have hit, he still would have been like, I don't know what I did. I didn't do anything. That's how they act over there.
Unbelievable.
That's the problem when you get a huge podcast like that nobody's holding them accountable. They just run around, do whatever they want.
Do whatever the fuck they want. Playing grandmaster over there.
Yeah. We're not taking it anymore.
No. Why we ain't here to fuck spiders? They even, another thing that really made me upset, and now it's affecting this show because now I have to go in and bleep some things. They've said that we love finger. That's what they said over there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Filth, foreign filth.
That's right.
Being thrown around.
Wild.
And we don't love finger. We love finger.
You too.
We don't do either of those things. All right. And why would you say that? You can't say that. But you added another bleep. It was bad enough.
I'm just saying. I thought we liked finger.
They also said that I was racist against Italians.
You are.
I mean, that actually might be true.
You are, Mikey. Just accept it. Embrace it.
Every time we try to celebrate the Italian culture and heritage, you get mad about it.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Like the Italian battleship is literally a masterpiece and you get so upset.
It's not a masterpiece. It is something being done purposely to annoy me is what it is. Yeah.
I don't know. That they might actually have a point there. That might be point Australia. I don't know.
And you know what? This is why we're in the position we're in. This is why. Because you can't just have my back and you got to do what you're doing right now to me.
What'd I do?
What didn't you do?
I can't believe you. Either way, the war is continuing. I threw a shot of, what did Chris throw at them?
Mother.
That seemed to not have panned out. They might have liked it.
It seems like they both liked it.
God damn it.
Yeah. I consulted with Chris on this, and here's what I expected. I expected Luffy to like it.
Okay.
And Tim to hate it. And so I was going for the double whammy on Tim to have to watch a movie that he hates and then have to record an episode where Luffy talked about how great that movie was.
Yeah.
Tim's claiming to have liked it. I haven't heard the episode yet. I haven't heard him say anything about it yet. We'll see what actually happens, what is actually said. But so far, he's posturing as though he likes it.
Yeah, and that's kind of what they did to me too, man, because I threw in Sharks of the Corn.
I know. And well, I said to you when you told me that, I was like, why would you just tell him, watch a good movie?
It's not a good movie. The movie sucks.
Oh, my God, Rob.
Canada, are you familiar with Sharks of the Corn?
Yes, I am.
Oh.
Masterpiece.
Rob's talked about it like every single week since I've met him.
It's annoying.
It's a great movie. You're an effects person, Cass. Those effects of the sharks in a cornfield, amazing.
Yep. So realistic.
I could give Cass a 24 pack of Guinness and she could still, drunk as fuck off a 24 pack of Guinness, do better effects than they did in that with what she has on her. Honestly.
Yeah. I mean, when you look at the effects, like big time effects movies, it's really sort of Jurassic Park and then Sharks of the Corn.
We're moving forward.
Yeah. Cinematic masterpiece.
Yeah.
Should be
nominated for an Oscar. Velocipaster fits in there somewhere too.
Moving forward. The point is, I thought it was so bad. You said sometimes Tim likes shark movies. You went for the home run with Mother. Like, it's high risk, high reward. Right.
Yeah.
But we got to see what happens here. Maybe they're bluffing. He even sent me a message saying, "Oh, we've been meaning to watch this, acting all professional and everything."
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that is the one thing they've been meaning to watch. It means they haven't seen it.
Right.
So they might not like it because they are wrong about movies a lot of time.
I have hope. It's not over yet, but I know in my heart and soul, Sharks of the Corn is so fucking bad. There is no way they will sit there, even if they were trying to watch it. Why, I don't know. There's no way. There's just no way.
I mean, I think it's a good movie, but
no. Well, we'll see. Yeah, Chris is on the hunt. You know, we're working over here at Slasher Radio in this world. I don't want our listeners to think that we left them high and dry and the dummies of horror just hold us out like that.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll have to see as this war progresses which way things go.
Yeah. And it's a shame too, because Dummies of Horror, a great show.
It's a great show. And they're two great guys. And here we are.
They're two great guys. Tim, I love Tim to death. Got Bundabug and everything else.
Yep.
But fuck him right now.
Yeah. Tim's an amazing guy, but here we are. Here we are.
Mm-hmm.
At each other's throats.
Mm-hmm.
All because Tim couldn't play nice.
Now he's over there playing victim. You know he did, Tim.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Grudge.
We know what you're doing. We know your game, buddy. We're not having it anymore. It's time somebody pushed back.
Yeah. And the good thing is, guys, we got a couple of Aussies on our team. So maybe we'll be able to have it. Like, if it comes to that, we might have some inside men down under.
That's true. We got some guys over there. Can we get them to go slash their car tires or something?
If it comes to that.
All right.
I was thinking of more shitting in Tim's pillowcase. But, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah. That'll be all right.
We'll see where it goes.
Yeah.
Cass, if I need you to shit in a pillowcase.
Oh, my God.
Hypothetically, of course.
You got to step up.
No, I will respectfully decline.
This is war.
War we must, Cass.
Why don't you do it then? Robert, you do it.
You think I'm not willing to? I'll shit in a pillowcase right now.
All right, go do it.
It wasn't the threat you thought it was, Cass. All right. Happy birthday, Canada. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back. Okay, Cass, this is your birthday pick. This is currently your birthday as we speak. Fireworks are still going off in Manhattan.
Oh, God.
So, you picked The Exorcist. You said it was your favorite movie. Like, what was your ultimate? Because you came to this conclusion pretty quick. Why?
It's the very first horror movie I ever watched. So, it got me into the genre, got me into doing makeup. I just have always loved The Exorcist. It's a great film through and through. And still to this day has aged quite well, in my opinion.
This is going to be one of those where it's rare that we get a love fest. But here we are. Because I agree. And obviously, anyone who's listened to the show a decent amount of time knows Rob strongly agrees. But, it's one of those things where, like, I know people might just hear, oh, The Exorcist, and, like, it's kind of like a throwaway thing at this point because it's just always known. Like, whenever a greatest of film is brought up, Exorcist in the conversation. But every time you watch it, you're reminded why. And I feel like that why, like, you know why when you hear it, but, like, you're really, every time I watch this, I'm like, yeah, man. And it was made in 1973. Like, it's wild. A lot of the things they were able to achieve in this movie, and it deserves to be regarded the way it is. And I feel like most importantly, it earned being regarded the way it is in every facet. And like Cass said, the effects, like, it's just, everything you look at, the performances, everywhere you turn, something is being done very well. And anyone who hasn't watched The Exorcist in a while, watch it again. Like, do a rewatch. Believe me, worth it, and you'll enjoy it. Robert?
It was okay.
Oh my God.
No, look, this is not only one of the greatest horror movies ever made. This is one of the greatest films ever made. Of course, I love The Exorcist. Like, I watched it today, and it's like, when I went to sit down to watch it, I was like, I don't really have to watch this movie to talk about it. Like, I've seen it so many times. But of course, I'm going to watch it because I get to sit down and watch The Exorcist for this show, you know? And yeah, I love it. There's absolutely nothing. I watched this today looking for flaws, and I couldn't find anything. And I have long said there were two perfect horror movies ever made. I think that this one actually on rewatch, this might be the third. There might be three.
What's the other two?
The Shape of Water and Halloween.
Oh, God damn it. The Shape of Water. Okay. We're not getting into it again.
Very good movie.
Okay. The Shape of Water is a very good movie. You're right, Kaz. It is, but it's not a horror movie, though.
Got a monster in it.
Well, it's got, yeah. Like, would you say The Bride of Frankenstein or like those classic movies, are they really horror movies?
The tones of them are still dark, at least.
Yeah, so is Shape of Water.
It's not. She fucked a fish in the bathroom while they were floating with lights and fucking. There's a black and white musical. Are you fucking kidding me? No, it's not. The tones are not.
There's a black and white musical number. It's perfect. It's so good.
It looks great, but it's not a horror movie. Anyway, we got to fight on an Exorcist episode. Why?
I don't know. You're starting to fight.
Yeah, that's you. That's all you, Mikey.
Look at you. You're trying to be like Tim.
Boy, cunt.
I'm like, I don't know what I did.
All right.
I know what you did.
Cash, you mentioned the effects. And in a paranormal movie, I mean, unless, see, and this is the difference here. Insidious, The Conjuring, like a lot of these movies are heavy effects. And I feel like that's a problem with paranormal movies. When you start doing all that, to me, you're doing something wrong. Because that's not how a paranormal story should be told. Much like The Exorcist set the blueprint for here. But the effects were they were subtle in a way. You know, like they looked so real that you kind of forget their effects while you're watching the movie. Mm-hmm. At least I did. What, like from a professional standpoint, like what stands out effects wise for this one?
I personally just loved like her progression into being possessed and the different stages of her wounds and the severity of her possession. I just think, especially, it's also a kid. You know, if it was a grown adult and that was the main focus of this movie, not Linda Blair as a young kid, it would have a different tone. So seeing a kid going through that and knowing their pain kind of gives a different impression on it as well. And yeah, I definitely would say like the progression of how she looks from the beginning of the movie to the end for me is one thing that I really like.
Yeah. And it was, you know, it's just work. Because sometimes you'll see it where, you know, progression it's a story in itself.
And it's also too, like, you know, you look at some possession movies today and it's all about, you know, contacts of making sure their pupils are gone and, you know, their eyes are rolled, quote unquote, rolled in the back of their head and, you know, really trying to make them look super, super demonic. But yet when you look at Linda Blair in like the early stages of the possession in the film, like she's just got a couple of like bruises and cuts on her. It's very simple, but it works and it gives you that story without having to put a big cross on her forehead that's been burnt into her skin or something like that.
Yeah. And that's the thing, because when you do that, shit like that, just grandiose. I forget which, I think it was the last Conjuring movie. I remember watching it, and everyone knows I hate the fucking Conjuring movies, all of them. And I started watching the new one. Someone made me fucking watch it with them. And man, was that movie, it was exactly what I thought it was going to be. And it started, and I was like, you know what? they might be maybe onto something, but this one's starting pretty good.
Yeah.
And it was the first like 5 minutes, and then the gates of hell opened and the wind tunnels through the house. And where do you go from there?
Yeah, and I find, especially for possession films, less is more to give you the real eerie factor and believable factor behind it. You know, if they're going overboard with, you know, you look at Drag Me to Hell or whatever, like all the shit in that movie is so overdone and over exaggerated that it's so unbelievable. But yet you look at something like The Exorcist and you go, oh shit, you know, like if you're into that stuff and you believe in that type of shit, it gives, and especially for its time, you know, like this isn't a movie that's been made in the last 20 years. This is a movie that's been around for a while. It's a staple, and it's in the genre. It's a staple in cinema. You know, I wish that I got to experience the film when it was in theaters and seeing people walk out, seeing people get sick, seeing people's reaction in real time. You know, you hear about all the horror stories of when it hit cinema and, you know, like I said, people walking out and just the horror of the film. I wish that I could have lived that. That would have been really cool to see in person, but
yeah,
it's the movie speaks for itself. It's a very good movie.
Did you guys watch it today? Did you watch the theatrical cut or the director's cut?
Director.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure which one to watch. I watched the theatrical cut. And even that one's so great. Like, I prefer the director's cut. It's just got a little, you know, a little extra in it. But it's just, yeah, it's so good. And it's, you know, from the 70s. We've talked about this before, Mikey. Every possession film that comes out for the last 50 plus years has just been trying to remake The Exorcist. And none of them even come close. Like, it's just so good.
The problem is now, and it's a complicated road to go down. People, I feel like paranormal movies now are not trying to recreate The Exorcist. You know, like nowadays, I mean, that was it for a long time. Like for a very long time, people tried to be The Exorcist and it didn't work. Now people are trying to be The Conjuring. And I feel like, and that's what pisses me off, not to go off about them again, but like that is part of what makes me mad about them more so than anything is what they stand for because of how much money they made, how successful they were. People kind of like that was the shift. Now people want to do that. It's like, man, that's the wrong direction, man. Like, this is how you do it. You know, being able to tell a story in every aspect of what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look at Paranormal Activity, for instance, the first one. When that shit came out, that shit was creepy. It's also found footage style. So, you know, circling to the Blair Witch, that gives you a different ear and a different feeling when you're watching those style of movies. But, you know, the Paranormal Activity, especially the first one, is very simple and very minimal stuff. It's not over the top and makes it a little bit more believable.
Certainly didn't have a sex tape.
Oh my
God,
God, Rob.
No, it's the thing about The Exorcist and watching it is like, I wonder now if people find it boring because we've turned into these TikTok attention span people. And the thing that makes it work so well is that it takes its time. It sets up these characters. We get to know them. It's never boring, in my opinion, but it's taking its time so that when the shit hits the fan, you care about this fucking kid and you care about this mom and you're invested in this priest who's having a crisis of faith. Friedkin approached this movie not as a horror movie. To him, it was a movie about a priest struggling with his faith. And that was at the core of the movie for him. It wasn't so much about a little girl possessed by a demon. And so that's the movie that he made. And I think in doing that, while he may not have thought of himself as making a horror movie, he made an excellent fucking horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The story, man. Story. The story itself, obviously, you know, plot of film. But the effects told the story and the progression of how bad this possession was told a story. Everything progressed perfectly. Robbie, you said it earlier. It's damn near perfect, dude. Like it's that, like everything about it, every aspect of it lines up. It is this is a masterpiece, this film.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, yes, does it translate to a new generation? I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Because just because you can't recognize the greatness of something doesn't change how great it is. You know, like that. You could put that up against anything. It's not gonna work. Yeah, it was early on. I did feel a slight wear, you know, where I was because I know what's coming. I know how much better it gets and how good it gets and how it builds, and I want to get to that, you know. But yeah, first time view. I don't know. Maybe I don't think it shouldn't affect the newer viewer.
I agree.
Yeah. But yeah, this is a love fest, and it's hard really because I have fun tearing movies apart, and I couldn't even take notes on this thing really because it was just so fucking good.
My one note is Mikey loves this movie.
Why again?
Because it was the first time that I was on the show.
Oh yeah.
Oh, how cute.
Yeah.
But there's an entire documentary about The Exorcist called Leap of Faith. It is, I just looked up the runtime. It's an hour and 44 minutes long. And all it really is William Friedkin sitting in a chair talking about making The Exorcist. And even that is fascinating.
I bet.
Yeah.
It's great. I love it. It was on Shudder. I don't know if it's still on Shudder or not, but this movie it's iconic, and it's iconic for a reason. But it's just so well made. And I like looking at it, like everything, like even the poster is just iconic. Right?
Oh, I know. And the theme song, like the score.
The score is amazing. But that's my biggest complaint about the 4K that I picked up of this is they changed the artwork. Like, why would you, if you've got that as the poster, the iconic image, why was that not on the cover?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. You know, one other I didn't even take note of it, but the thing that stood on my mind, especially after Cass said, brought up her point earlier, where the effects wise, the damage was being done at a pace and, you know, all that stuff. I think the effects obviously brought all of it home, like clear and cut. But I feel like a big assist and what doesn't get mentioned as much, because, you know, you mentioned the Exorcist, the effects come up quickly. But man, the execution from just all the way around with production and throwing that demonic voice in and the dialogue that they had the balls to use in that time, first of all. And second of all, the performances being able to put forward that back and forth between, you know, this demon and the priests and everything else. Dude, those scenes, their effects can go above and beyond, and they did. But how many times have we seen, the effects were good, but, you know, something was missing? You know what I mean? Where that performance wasn't brought in or the dialogue, like there was just something off. And this is what it looks like when there's nothing off and it's all done properly. And I feel like the performances and all that and maybe production, writing even, like that doesn't get brought up as much as the effects.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's kind of fucked up. I mean, the effects deserve it. I mean, you know, don't get me wrong. I understand. But, you know, kudos to everybody involved.
Yeah. And we talk about that, like how Friedkin let the movie take its time and set up and establish the characters. And not even that, but the world that we're in, right? Like we understand what's going on. The mother's an actress. She's in Washington shooting a movie. They're renting this house while she's there to shoot the movie. Like we understand all of that. And it just, the entire world is fleshed out. The characters are fleshed out. They feel like real people. The dialogue is on point throughout the film. The performances are fantastic. It's shot beautifully. I mean, I was watching the 4K today, and it just looks absolutely gorgeous. Mm-hmm. And that is also just sort of a general note about 4K releases that I found. The ones that I have that look the best are older movies. Like if you find like an older movie from like the 70s or 80s that's been remastered to 4K, they always look gorgeous. I don't know why. They just look real crisp and good. But yeah, and this one, it looks fantastic. And I don't know how anybody, like, you know, we've talked about certain other people who've talked about how this movie is not very good, and it always blows my mind. Like, how can you not love this movie?
Oh, Other Rob, /the award winner.
Yeah, /the award winner, Other Rob. Yeah.
Well, you also think too, Linda Blair was 12 years old when they filmed this.
Yeah.
And for what she had to endure physically in this film is just wild.
Yeah.
Mind you, she got hurt because of it, but it's 12-year-old kid.
Yeah. She had to deal with William Friedkin, who was crazy.
Yeah, man. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many ways this movie could have not been, regarded the way it is, and so many reasons for it to not. Dealing with a child, like let's be honest. Andy Barclay, Chucky, perfect example. Love Andy as a character. He's beloved in the franchise. Wasn't the greatest child actor in the world. Putting it nicely. Like there's so many movies that we could name with a child actor that just wasn't really up to par, and it kind of took you out of it a little bit. And maybe you don't notice it entirely in the moment, but like going back and paying attention, like, we watch these things to talk about them with a little bit difference of a lens. Dude, it's a big deal, man. Linda Blair killed it.
Yeah, she did. Incredible. Yeah. Yeah, she's incredible in the movie. She was nominated for the Oscar for this film. So.
Imagine.
Yeah.
That age. Imagine.
12 years old. Yeah. No, she's fantastic. Ellen Burstyn is incredible in the movie too. She does a great job. Jason Miller, is that his name? Father Karras?
Yes.
Yeah, he's great. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think in the trivia this comes up, but this is his film debut. Like, he was like a stage actor and had to convince Friedkin to let him have the role.
And I love his son.
Yeah, his son is well, just tell us who it is, Cass, because I can't recall off the top of my head.
Son is in a very famous vampire movie that is not Twilight.
Yeah, his son's in The Lost Boys. I can't remember his name.
He plays Michael in The Lost Boys. His name is Jason Patrick.
Oh yeah, okay. I couldn't remember his name for the life of me. I remember who it was.
When I put 2 and 2 together and I realized that was his father and that was his son, and I just, my mind was blown. I was like, that is really cool, to find out that an actor from a movie that you love is the father of an actor that you love his movie as well. It was cool to see.
Yeah. So Jason Patrick from The Lost Boys, Nepo baby. Movie's got 2 Nepo babies in it. It's got Kiefer Sutherland in there too.
Yeah, there you go.
Are we ready to get into trivia then? Because like I said, this is a love fest. There's nothing wrong with this movie. Period.
That's the problem, right? This movie's really hard to talk about because, one, nobody's going to dissent on anything, and it's just all we're going to talk about is how amazing it is. There's just nothing. Like, they don't miss on anything in this movie.
No, they really don't.
All right. We can jump into trivia. I pared this down significantly from the 700,000 facts that are available about this movie.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. The estimated budget was $11 million. The worldwide gross was $430 million.
Damn.
Yeah. They made a lot of money. The Exorcist.
The thing we didn't talk about enough, I feel, Cass kind of touched on it, but the time this movie came out, dude, the church was huge in government, politics, everyday life in the 70s. And they'd spent coming right out of the 60s. Like, this wasn't like a movie that came out now. The church is very forgotten in this day and age. This was a big fucking deal. Yeah. That they had the balls to put this on a screen and in a theater. And how dare. I'm sure you'll get to some of that. But I feel like that we didn't mention that, and that's a crime because, dude, the fact that they even said, okay, this is what we're going to do. This is how far we're going to go. That alone was crazy in its time.
Yeah. Well, I think what's even crazier about it is that the Jesuit community at Georgetown, they cooperated with Friedkin in making this movie. And I'm still not sure how he managed to pull that off. Now, I did read in trivia, and I did include this. There was another movie, and I don't remember which one, in the 80s that was filming in the same area, and they went to get their permission to film in some of their, I don't know, like churches or something. And they said no. And the guy said to them, but you let William Friedkin make The Exorcist here. He says your mother sucks cocks in hell in that movie. and the priest looked at him and said, yes, but at the end of his movie, the devil loses.
There you go. I mean, hey, man.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's a very important point.
Yeah, but it's very interesting that the church went along with it. You know, like they helped out in the making of this film.
I watched this in Discord, and I forget exactly which line it was, but it was one of the outlandish ones. And I repeated it because it was like so great, like Jesus fucking, you know, whatever the hell was said. And I repeated it because it was like, you know, damn. And someone wasn't watching the movie and just heard me say that and said, what? Like, dude, this shit is shocking now.
Yeah, it is. It still is.
Yeah. Well, again, think about it. She's a 12-year-old kid, and these are things that she's saying and doing. It's pretty, wild.
Yeah. When Regan projectile vomits at Father Karras, the vomit was intended to hit Jason Miller in his chest, but the plastic tubing misfired and hit him in the face. His reaction of shock and disgust is actually genuine, and he was apparently very pissed off by the whole thing when it happened on set.
I remember reading about that, and when I read it, I was instantly happy because those are the type of scenes in movies that leave such a good imprint, and you'll always remember that reaction that he had of that scene, and knowing that it was genuine, it just makes it that much better.
Yeah.
Those moments are great. Friday the 13th has a bunch of them.
Yeah.
It makes for a great moment on screen, on screen rather. It just does. It's unfortunate, but I mean, I'm sure he wouldn't change it for the world.
Right now, yeah. I'm sure he would. Speaking of Jason Miller, he had a major verbal confrontation with William Friedkin after the director fired a gun near his ear to get an authentic reaction from him. He told Friedkin that he was an actor and didn't need a gun to act surprised or startled.
Jesus.
I mean, again, it makes for a very good moment. Dude, it sucks, and that's super unprofessional. You get OSHA be in there in a heartbeat now. You do some shit like that.
Yeah,
dude.
William Friedkin was a fucking character. Again, sort of going off on a bit of a tangent here. There's a memoir William Friedkin wrote called The Friedkin Connection. And if you get a chance to read it, it's fantastic. And whenever you read like a memoir or an autobiography, I'm always afraid the person's going to like sugarcoat things or make them seem like a really good person or whatever. And I knew I was in on this book when in the first paragraph of the introduction to the book, he's going down and listing all these failures and mistakes that he's made throughout his career.
Yeah. I
was like, all right, this guy's he's not going to bullshit. And it's a really great read. And he's got a lot of great stories, obviously, about making The Exorcist. He talks about when they went to the scenes that are set in northern Iraq in this movie were actually filmed in northern Iraq. And that became quite a situation. At one point, him and the crew were convinced that they were going to be murdered. Like it was it's just nuts. Due to death threats against Linda Blair from religious zealots who believed the film glorified Satan, Warner Brothers had bodyguards protecting her for 6 months after the film's release.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So not all the Christian community was on board, apparently.
Yeah.
According to William Friedkin, the subliminal shots of the white-faced demon are actually rejected makeup tests for Regan's possessed appearance.
Yes, I knew that.
Yeah.
I actually met the actress at a convention, and sweet lady.
No, really?
Yes.
The original teaser trailer, which consisted of nearly nothing but images of the white-faced demon quickly flashing in and out of darkness, was banned in many theaters as it was deemed too frightening.
Yep. It's such a cool little, sorry to jump in, but it's such a cool little thing that just pops up sporadically. You're not expecting it. You know, I've watched this movie hundreds of times, and I still, there's certain scenes that I forget when it's popping up, and it still startles me each time when it does. So I love it.
Yeah. Mercedes McCambridge, who provided the voice of the demon, insisted on swallowing raw eggs and chain smoking to alter her vocalizations. The actress, who had had problems with alcohol abuse in the past, furthermore wanted to drink whiskey as she knew alcohol would distort her voice even more and create the crazed state of mind of the character. As she was giving up sobriety, she insisted that her priest be present to counsel her during the recording process. At William Friedkin's direction, McCambridge was also bound to a chair with pieces of torn sheet at her neck, arms, wrist, legs, and feet. to get a more realistic sound of the demon struggling against its restraints. McCambridge later recalled that the experience was one of just horrific rage, and William Friedkin admitted that her performance, as well as the extremes to which the actress put herself through to gain authenticity, absolutely terrified him.
It's dedication, baby.
Yeah, she went all in.
Mad respect for that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
The studio wanted Marlon Brando for the role of Father Karras or Father Merrin. They didn't care which, but William Friedkin immediately vetoed this by saying that with Brando in the film, it would become a Brando movie instead of the important film that he wanted to make.
So
it's true.
On that note, this is actually something I mentioned to Mikey earlier, and I'm not sure if this is down your fun facts down the list, but Dick Smith, who did the makeup for The Exorcist, also did Marlon Brando's makeup for The Godfather.
Oh, nice. No, that is not on my list.
Yeah. So that's an interesting relation there.
Yeah. Jack Nicholson was up for the part of Father Karras as well before Jason Miller landed the role. William Friedkin said Nicholson is too unholy to ever play a priest.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Dude, this movie didn't need that, though.
Yeah,
it truly didn't.
Yeah. It would have hurt the film, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And honestly, nobody's going to look at Jack Nicholson and buy him as a priest. You're just not.
No.
You know?
No one's going to look at Marlon Brando and not think he's the Godfather.
Right. And look, and Nicholson and Brando, obviously, but Nicholson too, great actors, right? Like they're both great. But you're not going to buy them as a priest. You're just not. Maybe Brando you would, but I don't know. It would become then a Marlon Brando movie, and he'd do something fucking weird, you know? When originally released in the UK, a number of town councils imposed a complete ban on the showing of the film, which led to the bizarre spectacle of Exorcist bus trips, where travel companies organized buses to take groups to the nearest town where the film was showing.
I love that.
Yeah. That's how big a phenomenon it was. People just fucking book a bus trip to go to the next town so they could see it.
But like, wouldn't that have been really cool to experience that firsthand?
Yeah.
For a movie in a genre we're so passionate about. Like, that would be just so fucking cool.
Yeah. William Friedkin had to, this is talking about filming in Iraq. William Friedkin had to take an all-British crew to film in Iraq because the U.S. had no diplomatic relations with Iraq at the time. They were allowed to film near ancient buildings and actual archaeological digs on the condition that they would teach Iraqi filmmakers advanced film techniques as well as how to make fake blood.
All right. Just picture William Friedkin holding up that end of the bargain, right? He goes back over there. He's like, all right, so here's how you fire a gun. Here's how close you got to keep it from their head.
If you're not getting the take you want, slap the shit out of the priest, which, by the way, I don't think is in my fun facts, but the guy who plays not Karras and not Merrin, but the younger priest who's friends with Karras, was an actual priest at Georgetown, and he was having trouble getting a reaction that Friedkin wants, so Friedkin slapped the shit out of him. And when the guy looked stunned, he jumped out of the way and said, shoot.
Fucking
on the guy's face.
I'd be so fucking mad.
Just slap the shit out of a priest just to get the shot. That guy was fucking amazing. I love William Friedkin so much.
You always had a lot of tidbits about him. Like, could you fucking imagine somebody do it like at work?
That's hilarious.
You're not doing it the way they want you to do it. They smack the shit out of you and tell you to immediately perform. Like, what the fuck?
Many supplements on the market are hard to absorb or packed with fillers, but that's not the case with Quicksilver Scientific. Quicksilver Scientific is a U.S.-based company that manufactures advanced liposomal supplements, making nutrients easier for your body to absorb and put to work quickly. Made in Colorado in an NSF GMP-certified facility and rigorously tested, this is science-first supplementation. After adding ultravitamin into my routine, recovery feels faster, and I don't hit that midday crash anymore. Trusted worldwide for supplements that truly make a difference in performance, resilience, and well-being. Quicksilver Scientific makes advanced liposomal supplements so you can actually feel the difference. Energy, focus, calm, recovery. Get 10% off plus free shipping at tryqs.com/podcast. That's tryqs.com/podcast. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Kelly Clarkson with Wayfair. My favorite thing about the holidays? Decking out my whole house. It's not a competition, but if it was, well, I'd win the season with Wayfair. Outdoor inflatable Santa? Got it on Wayfair. Trees, lights, and ornaments? Wayfair. Hosting must-haves like dining sets, beds, sheets, and towels? Wayfair. For everything in your style delivered with fast and free shipping, visit wayfair.com or the Wayfair app to win the season. But again, it's not a competition.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Time is precious, and so are our pets. So time with our pets is extra precious. That's why we started Dutch. Dutch provides 24/7 access to licensed vets with unlimited virtual visits and follow-ups for up to 5 pets. You can message a vet at any time and schedule a video visit the same day. Our vets can even prescribe medication for many ailments, and shipping is always free. With Dutch, you'll get more time with your pets and year-round peace of mind when it comes to their vet care. Go to Dutch.com to get vet care that is always there for just $92 a year.
I will also say I once had a chance to interview Harry Connick Jr. And Harry Connick Jr. was in a William Friedkin movie called Bug, which is a great movie.
Oh.
And so I was able to ask him about working with William Friedkin, and he said he didn't have any problems, that he enjoyed working with him. He's kind of a weird guy, but he was cool or whatever. Except at one point when he showed up to the set, William Friedkin had a group of like 4 or 5 bodyguards with him all day, and he couldn't figure out what was going on. He was like, Bill, who are these guys? And he said, I keep seeing all these rappers on TV, and they all got a posse, so I paid these guys to follow me around and hang out with me just because I wanted to see what it was like for a day. And apparently Harry Connick Jr. went to use the restroom on set, and his posse, Bill Friedkin's posse, wouldn't let him in there because William was in there peeing.
What deal?
Yeah. Just an interesting, weird dude, man.
It seems like he just did whatever the fuck he wanted, dude. You gotta respect it.
He did. Mercedes McCranebridge, we talked about already, did all that to get the vocalizations of the demon right. She had to sue Warner Brothers to get credit as the voice of the demon. William Friedkin said that originally she didn't want a credit, saying that she wanted the audience to believe the voice was Reagan's. However, after it was released, she changed her mind and she had to fight in court, but she was ultimately given credit on the film. I feel like that's a thing where she did say that, and then this film was a huge success, and she went, wait, I want my fucking name on there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, though. I mean, I'm not 100% certain. That's what he says in his book, was that they had talked about it, and she said to leave her name off. And then, it was a huge fucking success.
I'm blaming.
If adjusted for inflation, this would be the highest grossing R-rated film of all time.
Damn.
I see. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. Ellen Burstyn received a permanent spinal injury during filming. In the sequence where she is thrown away from her possessed daughter, a harness jerked her too hard away from the bed. She fractured her tailbone and screamed in pain. That's the footage that you see used in the film.
Yeah.
I mean, look, dude, if it looked right, like, not just using it for the sake of it, I'm sure it looked right, and that's why it was used.
Yeah.
If it happened already, what the fuck? I would want it used
matter, right?
if it were me.
Yeah, you might as well use that one. Yeah. Linda Blair received her Best Supporting Actress nomination before it was widely known that previous Supporting Actress winner Mercedes McCambridge had actually provided the voice of the demon. By Academy rules, once Blair was given the nomination, it could not be withdrawn. But the controversy about Blair being given credit for another actress's work ruined her chances, so she did not win the award. People were upset because apparently she didn't sound like that demon. But I mean, how are you going to get a 12-year-old girl to sound like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care how much chain smoking and whiskey drinking a 12-year-old does. She's still not going to make that, that voice.
She does so much more in that film than, the voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But these controversies pop up every once in a while, even fairly recently with Black Swan, which I guess, that was probably close to 20 years ago now, but it feels recent to me because I'm an old man. But Natalie Portman, her the double for her for a lot of the dance scenes came out. And there was a big controversy about whether she should have won the Oscar for that. It's like the award is for acting. You know what I mean? It's not for fucking doing the voice or for fucking dancing. Anyway, this was the film debut of Jason Miller. He did receive an Oscar nomination for his role as Father Karras in this film as well. According to director William Friedkin, the studio executives would come up on a weekly basis to have a look at the shooting progress. Each time they would shake their heads in disbelief and call the film utter ridiculousness and leave.
Damn.
No idea what they fucking had. No clue.
For real.
Stanley Kubrick was considered by the studio to direct this film. That would have been a fucking disaster.
God.
Yeah. I'm going to say it now. This was the first horror film nominated for the Academy Award for Best Picture. And then finally, this is my last little bit of trivia here. In the medical scene that they're performing a procedure I cannot pronounce, arteriogram. Does that sound right to anybody? Perfect. Nailed it.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. The bearded man who assists the doctor is a guy named Paul Bateson.
Yes.
And he was an actual X-ray technician at NYU Medical Center where the scene was shot, and he managed to get the small part in the film. In 1979, so 6 years after this was released, he was convicted of the murder of a film critic and was sentenced to 20 years in prison. However, he bragged about and was a suspect in the murder of 6 men who he said he picked up in gay bars, had sex with them, and then murdered and dismembered their bodies and put them into plastic bags for fun in 1977 and 78. They were known as the Bag Murders, and although the investigators did believe his story, he was never officially charged, and those murders have technically never been solved. Bateson was released from prison in 2003. The whole story revolving around the Bag Murders was later fictionalized for a film called Cruising in 1980, which was directed by William Friedkin. And
I've been a fan of Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, those are the facts for The Exorcist. But yeah, I always thought that was crazy. There's an actual murderer in this film.
Yeah. Yeah.
It makes sense in a
And
way,
he's
in
in
a
such,
dark
like-
twisted way.
And it's funny, too, because he's in such an intimate scene with Linda Blair as well.
Yeah. Well, they say that a lot of the people who passed out and freaked out in movies, it wasn't even the possession stuff. It was that medical stuff. That,
It was
that
the medical
causing
stuff,
people,
yeah.
to have a lot of issues. It was too real. Because that's basically what they did. They just went to a fucking hospital and were like, show us what you would do that. We're going to fucking film it, without actually doing the procedure. I assume they didn't actually do a spinal tap on Linda Blair, but
Well, I have another fun fact about Linda Blair, actually.
Okay.
I had the opportunity of meeting her back in 2015 at one of the Frightmare on the Falls, like horror convention around here. And she was the sweetest person ever. And I talked to her a bit about her experience filming The Exorcist and everything. But you know what she was the most excited to talk to me about was her. What? It's called the Linda Blair World Heart Foundation. And she actually helps with, taking abused dogs and bettering their dogs and bettering their lives and getting them adopted. And she handed me all of the paperwork about, how to adopt a dog from her foundation and all this stuff. And I kept the paperwork, but it was really, really cool to see someone that is such a staple in the horror community, be so passionate about rescuing dogs. And she was more excited to talk about her dog rescue than she was talking about The Exorcist. But she did also, I had a friend with me that was at the convention and I did her makeup up like Reagan. I'll send you guys a picture in Discord, but she actually took a picture of my makeup on her phone and said, I want to keep these for myself because I'm really impressed with this. And that's probably one of the highlights of my life is having Linda Blair tell me that, that she was saying all my cuts were in a pristine spot, and she really, really nitpicked my makeup. And I thought it was really cool to have that experience with her, and mad respect. And so I sent it to you guys in the Discord so you can see, but
although it would have been a funnier story if she'd have been like, that looks like shit.
No, but it just was really, it caught me off guard because she was like, hold on a second. And I was like, what, is there something going on? She says, I really want to take some pictures of her on my phone. Is that okay? And I said, Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So we got a couple photos together, and she took a couple photos of my friend and stuff.
Nice.
And
you should have charged her.
I know.
Like,
I know.
how much are you charging for a selfie? That's
you're
what I want.
charging
Come on,
$70 a photo.
Yeah, you get $70. Let me fork over some of that money.
Yeah, but
Shame
that
on
was she's very sweet, and is very passionate about saving dogs, and I love that.
That's good. Yeah, that's cool. I was at a convention once, and Dee Wallace was there, and she was across from the animal, the Humane Society or whatever, fucking pound, whatever, had a booth at the convention with like dogs that you could adopt. And she told them that if there was anyone who wanted to adopt a dog but couldn't afford the fee, she would cover it for the family.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. And I thought
that.
to myself, there's no fucking way I would take home a dog that Dee Wallace had paid for me to adopt, because that's fucking Cujo shit written all over it.
Just imagine.
That's awesome. No, you would have to get that dog and name it Cujo. Like, very
that'd have been
full
the
circle.
move.
Yeah, that would have been the for sure move.
Yeah, but I thought that was very sweet of her. And so it is, you do see a lot of that kind of animal love and stuff from
I love
people. Yeah.
Especially actors from the horror genres. It's funny to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. LindaBlairWorldHeart.org, by the way. Yeah, that is something we also should have mentioned as well. It's something she's been working on for years. Like, I've always seen her, and it's kind of dope to hear her cast. By the way, that makeup looks fucking insane. But it's cool that even in person, like, that's what she wants to talk about. It's true passion. Not that you couldn't tell from everything else she's done with it, but 100% dogs. Well, love dogs.
You could even see, like, in the photo that I sent you guys of where I have her autograph, the paperwork behind is all of the paperwork about her foundation.
That's awesome, man.
And I kept it. I have like 6 brochures downstairs with all my autographs, and I was
awesome.
like, I have to keep it. It's funny.
Of course. Hell yeah. All right. Are we ready to score this thing? Has anyone come up with another name for the Portnoys yet?
Oh, no.
Not that I thought of it since the last time we did Portnoys, but
Yeah, I know. But we do need to come up with another name. I mean, the Robs, that's still floating out there.
You son of a bitch. I'm in the spreadsheet now. You changed it to the Robs again. You son of a bitch. We were off last week, and I haven't looked at this in a while. You bastard.
Jesus.
All right. Rob, I'm sure you have your score ready, right?
I do.
You want to give it first?
Yeah. There's not a whole lot to say about this movie. It's the fucking Exorcist. This movie I watched it today looking for a flaw, and I couldn't find it. This is a 10 out of 10. It's a perfect film.
Damn. All right.
And I don't say that lightly. In all the years that we've done this, the only other time I've ever said that was Halloween 1978.
Yeah. All right. You know what?
Makes me happy.
I have never done this before, but I, for the first time, am giving a movie a 10. And I, again, am not saying it lightly either.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to give it a 10. Like, I have never done it before. And
I looked for a flaw. I looked for one today and couldn't find it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Continuity, performance, everything you see on screen, effects, production, the writing, the dialogue, which obviously goes into the writing. Dude, it's fucking bro. Find something. Other Rob, what's wrong with you? Like, how? Like, you always think of The Exorcist, and like I said earlier, you kind of throw it away as, I know, it's great. Everybody knows. Dude, when you sit and watch it again, especially when you're doing it critically, I got nothing. It's a fucking 10. I didn't want to do it, but I don't feel right. Like, if I gave it a 9.8, why am I taking all points? For what? I can't think of an answer. So it's a fucking 10.
No, same for me. Like, when I was watching it, I thought, I can't give this a 10. I've been on record a million times saying there are 2 perfect movies.
Yeah.
And this wasn't one of them. I got to find something. I knew it was going to be high. I knew it was going to be like a 9.9, 9.8, that area.
Right.
But like, there's got to be something. I couldn't find it. Like, it just doesn't exist.
Yeah, dude, for real. And I didn't even have a thought of giving it a 10. There was no, like, not in my mind. What did I think? Okay, I'm going to give this a 10. But dude, I was like, all right, so what do I give it? A 9.7? And it probably deserves a 9.8. If I give it a 9.9, why am I taking a point or 0.1 or 0.2 off? For what? And I don't have an answer. I don't. Cass?
No surprise here. I'm giving it a 10. It's
damn.
You guys nailed it. You know, it's just such a good film. It's so hard to find something. There isn't anything that's wrong with the film. Again, continuity, you know, especially for a movie at that time, there's a lot of movies you rewatch and you see things when it comes to continuity and you go, oh, there's that tiny little thing that's going to bug me for the rest of the movie. But yeah, no, The Exorcist, easy 10. No questions asked. Phenomenal movie. Aging very, very well. First movie I ever watched for the horror genre.
But I will say, though, Cass has ranked 2 movies, and she's given both of them rookie numbers, so she's going to have to get on the ball with that. But I'll give it a pass this time, because fucking Exorcist, what are you going to do? Well, we've never had a movie. I mean, this is it. Obviously, Slasher Radio approved. This is it. I don't know that we'll ever have another movie that'll score a 10 average. Like, it's going to average a 10?
The Exorcist deserves it.
Yeah.
It really has. It was such a staple in the horror genre to set up, you know, years to come of many movies that we all disagree on.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, look, if people listening, if you have the flaw, if you can find a legitimate flaw with The Exorcist, let me know what it is, because I couldn't. I don't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the flaw is that Rob's not in the movie.
Yeah. And look, and don't come at me with this bullshit. Oh, it's boring or whatever, because that doesn't mean it's a flaw with the movie. That tells me there's a flaw with you.
100%. I did mention on Twitter too, by the way, I forgot to mention, I just asked, you know, just for thoughts on this movie. And I just wanted to read a couple of the replies that we got. SWO Productions. I must not interact with them much. I don't really remember them. But anyway, they said it's one of the 5 best horror movies ever made, and it easily lives up to its reputation. It's brilliantly made. Yep. No argument there. Nate, our friend Nate, patron, longtime friend of the show. Yes. Nate said, he's at Nate2526, by the way. He said, I was between the ages of 10 and 12 when first watching this. I threw up in the middle of it. After the movie. Yeah. Wow. After the movie, I was in the basement with my dad, and my mom thought it would be funny to flicker the lights on and off. Easily one of the scariest moments of watching horror movies. Mom. That's awesome.
Yeah, your mom's a real one, Nate. That's cool.
Yeah.
How old were you guys when you first saw it? Do you know?
15.
I was 7 years old.
God damn, Cass.
Well, that seems too young.
It explains a lot.
Yeah, I feel like your parents should be brought up on charges or something for that. I don't know.
But it's kind of funny. I have a super quick story. But when I was a kid, my dad dressed up as Freddy Krueger for Halloween one year, and he stored the mask and the glove in a box in our boiler room in the house. Very makes sense. So, anyways, so as a kid, was petrified to not only go in the basement, but to go anywhere near that room. Fast forward like 20 some odd years later, and I occasionally make that same mask and that same glove. And so my parents fucked me up at a young age with horror movies and scaring me with Halloween and stuff. But now I love it, and it's my life.
The quicker you get them numb to it, the better.
Honestly.
Yeah, I guess so. I think I was around 15 or 16.
All right. Fair age.
Yeah.
Our parents cared a little bit.
Oh,
yeah. But speaking of parents doing fucked up shit, Cass, I know I never told you, Rob, did I ever tell you one time my mom and Stevie made me think my mom was murdered?
No.
What?
Yeah.
No?
No bullshit. Yeah. We were my parents lived in Pennsylvania for a bit, and they had a house up there, and my mom and my uncle thought it'd be a good idea to open the garage door, have my mother lay down in the garage, and put red candle wax on her shirt, and call me down to tell me that something happened. Dude, I was like fucking 9. Or however, I was really young, dude. And like, think about like I freaked out, you know?
Yeah.
And man, it was
I was going to say, I'd be really concerned if you didn't freak out.
Right. Like, and I was like thinking they were joking, but you know, I'm a child, so like I'm fucking scared. But I should have known. My dad sat his ass on the couch the whole time, shaking his head, and didn't get up once. So I should have known, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I ran upstairs crying. My fucking grandfather heard that my grandparents were upstairs sleeping. My grandfather heard me fucking going on. He thought something fucking happened. He woke up out of bed, fell down the steps.
Got it.
Oh my God.
It wasn't like a big fall, but like, you know, you fall on your butt and fall down the last half or so. That's what happened. Yeah,
God,
dude. Fuck yeah. My mom fucking around. So Nate, we are brethren in having terrible parents, and we should bring this. This should be prideful. We should bring it forward. And the last
my
comment,
parents loved me. They didn't do shit like that.
Look at you. Must be nice.
Rob's
Not the first time.
Yeah.
Not the first time my mom pulled some shit like that.
Yeah. Well, I was an angel as a child, though, so.
Oh.
It's not surprising.
Oh. Robert, you're going to make me fish for buttons.
Bullshit.
All right. The last comment that I want to read is from Greg. I mentioned Greg has come up twice. I didn't hit his button once.
Kick him right in the dick.
From Darth Gregor. And he said it was the scariest movie for 50 years. Canada, you ready for this?
No, God.
Until Skinamarink came out.
Oh, no. That. Oh. Do we need to have an episode talking about that fucking movie?
No, we do not, because we've done it already. No.
Oh, you did? Okay,
no,
good.
We don't.
Thank
But
God.
Canada, we have a new host, so these movies are brought back up into the rotation again, Rob.
No, we don't. No,
I will gladly. No. Playing that one.
The sad part about this
the
is
last time I threatened to beat up a baby on the last Skinamarink episode. So.
He did. The sad part about this, Canada, is Greg is serious. He thinks Skinamarink is a masterpiece. It's incredible, and it is the scariest movie ever made. He believes that.
That's interesting.
That's what we're dealing with.
I don't even think I finished watching it, to be honest.
Yeah, don't blame you.
Because I was sitting there waiting for something. Like, my mind was going in circles, going, like, I'm trying to make faces out of the objects in the background. Like, I just was trying so hard to make it scary and to find something scary about this film. And I just sat there and I was like, this is just like a simulator that I could put on my TV to fall asleep.
Dude, it's not even a movie, Kat. It's not a movie.
No, it's not a movie.
It's just still shots of the corner of a house and somebody whispering.
It is. It's not scary.
Yeah. Rob notably hates it. Greg, scariest movie ever made.
The Teletubbies are scarier than that shit.
Cass isn't working on changing that. New girl. Thanks for the comments, Greg.
Kick Ghostface in the dick.
All right.
Keep your comments to yourself from now on, Greg. We're good. We're all full up over here.
Yeah, like Greg, you left this comment before or around the time that you left the voice. Did you really need to do both of those things? Like, for real? That's what you needed to do, man? Like, you know you were going to do one or had done one or the other already. You need to pile on? Just the thought. Anyway, yeah, patreon.com//radio. Tier starting as low as $3 a month. Come get you some. On YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Blue Sky, all those things @/radio. We have things coming up. Actually, next week, we'll have a bonus episode with some Terrifier stuff. There's, the University of Warwick, all these things that are going on with Terrifier. If you haven't seen it on the social medias, make sure you educate yourself on it, but we will let you know about it next week. We're going to be joined by members of that event. Terrifier is being celebrated, Robert.
Celebrated.
That's right. Terrifier is being celebrated for. We're going to find out more next week, but it's a conference being had in the UK, pretty much saying this is how you make horror movies, and it's an actual symposium about it. So we're going to have some people from. I'm not sure if it's. Where exactly? It might be the University of Warwick. We'll figure all that out, and there'll be a bonus episode next week. It will be up on the YouTube, so make sure you subscribe to all that shit as well. I'm at Mikey's Dead on Twitter. Rob, what about you?
Well, just to reiterate, you can sign up for the Patreon at patreon.com/slasherradio. I just finished my taxes, and I really need some people to go sign up for the Patreon, please. Other than that, you can find me at Radio Rob123 across social media, pretty much everywhere. We won't talk about that guy on TikTok. I'm going to deal with him. I will. You can listen. You can also listen to the other show that I do, the Nick Effin Woo Cagecast, or Nick fucking Woo Cagecast. It is Nick Effin Woo Cagecast in your podcast players. And we just did our episode on Mom and Dad, a wonderful Nicolas Cage horror film. And coming up next will be our episode on Mandy.
Ooh. Getting into the darker Cage.
Getting into that horror period now, yeah.
Cage and Cage.
Cage in the Cage. But how many more, like, that's a semi, kind of, you guys are breezing through that.
We're up to 2018 now. So.
Yeah, it's happening fast.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Fair enough. Maybe we'll reach out to that publicist again and we'll tell him how to spell Nick Cage's name, and then see if maybe he'll, whenever you guys get done,
the K or no K saga, yeah.
Son of a bitch. All right, Canada, are you ready to let people know where they can find you? To yell at you?
Yeah, not to yell at me. Be nice.
Oh. Okay.
No, I'm just.
Oh, fuck that. Go yell at her. You yell at me enough. Go yell at her for some shit.
Leave me alone. It's my birthday. No, I'm Makeup Mistress on all platforms, so that's where you can find me.
Nice. All right. Happy birthday, Canada. Sure, it is still your birthday. And yes, if you need to yell at her, feel free.
No, it's okay.
Tag me. I'll help you.
No.
You gotta celebrate your birthday with some Twinkies?
Oh, God.
Good night from Slasher Radio. I told you it was going to get bleeped. I told you. I told you. You were warned.
Dude, if you bleep that, it's going to sound like I said something really bad.
Please do.
Damn it. Why do you put me in this position? Why?
Oh, God.
Son of a bitch.
All the best of Slasher Radio podcast.
Time is precious, and so are our pets. So time with our pets is extra precious. That's why we started Dutch. Dutch provides 24/7 access to licensed vets with unlimited virtual visits and follow-ups for up to 5 pets. You can message a vet at any time and schedule a video visit the same day. Our vets can even prescribe medication for many ailments, and shipping is always free. With Dutch, you'll get more time with your pets and year-round peace of mind when it comes to their vet care. Go to Dutch.com to get vet care that is always there for just $92 a year.